What's up, everybody? Welcome back to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. We are live, me and the family on the road, headed down to South Florida, guys. But I wanted to come to you all real quick because the Miami Dolphins have extended wide receiver DeVante Parker on a 4-year, $40 million contract, $21.5 million guaranteed. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button on your way in. Can't really read any comments, so y'all bear with me. I'm just gonna give my take on it, discuss it, and tell you what I think about this deal. So once again, I'm gonna give a few people some time to come in the room. Make sure you hit that like button on your way in, guys. Punch that like button, because we got to talk about this one, man. We got to talk about it, man. But before we even get started, I'm just gonna tell y'all straight up off the bat, Chris Grier wins again. Chris Grier wins again. Okay, he wins again, man. He gets it done again. And this ain't nothing new. What I've been telling y'all? What have I've been telling y'all? I said, with what we know about DeVante Parker right now, with what we know about him right now, I told y'all that we need to bring him in for like a 3-year, $29 million contract. I don't know if y'all remember me telling y'all that, but I said we need to go ahead, re-up DeVante Parker on a 3-year, $29 million contract. Hopefully those who are subscribed to the channel, been with me, y'all remember me saying that a few weeks ago, because it would be a steal. Gave them a little more, but that's based off of potential, what they know. My bad, y'all. It was buffering a little. I'm in a dead area as far as reception, I guess. But it's basically a 2-year contract. Y'all know the rules. TD done already taught y'all. Anytime you look at a contract, you go ahead and look at the guaranteed money. And how many years does the guaranteed money run out? 2 years, $20 million. In the 3rd year, if they decided to let him go, then it's basically $1.5 million that they're letting go. So it's a 2-year deal, and if he continues to play well, we'll just keep re-ing up and re-ing up. This is another contract where we don't hold ourselves hostage. See, everybody, 4 years, but why would you give him 4 and then $40 million? It's only a 2-year deal, and then, hey, if you play well, we'll keep re-ing up every year. We're not going to do anything but safe contracts from this point forward, ladies and gentlemen. Safe contracts. $21 million guaranteed. Why not $1 million next year? Basically, we're rewarding him for coming back and doing what he had to do, giving him an additional $5 million next year, and telling him that the year after he gets $10 million. That's all it is. That's all it is. Giving him an additional $5 million next year and telling him the year after that we want to give you 10. That's all it is. And if you continue to play at this high level that you turn the corner and start playing at, we will re-you up for the 2 years after that, 1 year at a time. This is the safest, and we locked down a potential Pro Bowl receiver who is coming on as of late, who they see the talent, and I already know they gave him that deal after he showed up in practice and still was putting it in. And honestly, I thought that they would just go ahead and dial it down and shut him down for the year. But I don't know. He might actually be playing. I'm headed down to South Florida, guys. But he might actually be playing Sunday. I'm not sure yet. I haven't even read the reports on it. But this is a smart move. This is the move you want. This is the deal you want. You don't let DeVante Parker go into the next season. I don't know if y'all remember me saying this just last week, I believe, or 2 weeks ago. You don't let DeVante Parker go into next season, and if he's balling out and we trying to sit at the table saying, hey, we want to give you $10 million a year, if he balling out, he's going to easily say, nah, I'm straight. Nah, I'm straight. I can go out in free agency and get 13, 14. I'm a big guy. I'm a big body receiver. I'm a leaper. What a lot of teams miss in this league are those leapers, those guys that can go up and win a 50-50 battle. Oh, I can get that Landry money. I really can. That's if you allow him to go into next season. You just think about next season, him still being on this deal and us bringing him in the office saying, hey, and he plays just as well, but better, because we should be more grounded next season. Just imagine him next season around this time going into office, them saying 4-year, 40 million. No, they would have had to talk about 4-year. They would have had to talk about 4-year, 55 million. Y'all see how that worked? They would have had to talk about 4-year, 55 million. They would have had to go 14 million a year. So what they do in essence is save about 4 million a year by going ahead and getting it now. And then on top of getting it done now, you only lock yourself in for 2 years and only give them those 2 years guaranteed. The other years, it's up to you. So if he turns out to be DeVante Parker that slips again, the end of the road isn't far from us releasing him. Another safe deal by the organization. And then the salary cap goes up, so they see that inflation. That's why I had it around 3 years, 28 million. I remember I was like, I think we should go ahead and lock him in now to a 3-year, 28 million. 3-year, 28 million, guarantee about 16. But with the salary cap going up, you don't have to do 9 a year. You don't have to do 9 a year. You can go ahead and give him 10. Give him the actual prorate of the salary cap going up. And then you gave him that extra year, so you guaranteed 21 and a half. So, I mean, I was right on cue. This is the deals that you want, guys. These are the deals you want. And we got ahead of it. And that's all we're doing. We're getting ahead of a lot of these deals. We're getting ahead of them. We're getting in front of them. Because I'm going to tell you now, when this salary cap goes up next year, and then a year after that, it goes up another 10 million, the league is going to be seeing unusual norms. Receivers are going to be around 17 million 2 years from now. Landry's and all that's 14, 15, 16 million. Receivers are going to be, I mean, your middle of the road receivers are going to be getting 9. Your average receivers are going to be getting 8 and 9, not 5. The average ones are going to be getting 8 and 9. The good ones are going to be getting 13 and 14. The elite ones are going to be 16, 17, 18. Easy. Everything's going up. So we got ahead of it. We got a guy for 4 years at that rate. And in the way that he projects out, his talent is going to be warranted about 15 mil for the next 3 years if he continues to play like this and trend this way. And we're going to be saving those significant dollars that can help us pay that guard, pay that cornerback, pay that defensive end. These are the deals you want. I really do, man. And I've already gotten some messages. I don't understand why people like, isn't this too much? Really? Really? Do you realize that DeVante Parker was supposed to make like $11.5 million this year? Until he restructured and said, I'll prove it to y'all since Gase ain't here. I'll show y'all I'm a great receiver. It's just Adam Gase. He was somebody, basically we paying him back. Basically, we're paying him back the money that he lost on his 5th-year option. He lost about $6 million this year on the 5th-year option by restructuring. All we're doing is saying, hey, we're going to give you your money back. That's all we're doing. We're going to give you your money back and then keep you around 10 million for the next 3 after next year. That's all it is. Look at big picture. This is an amazing deal, y'all. This is an amazing deal. I mean, well, amazing would have been 4-year 36. But this is really good because look what he projects out to be. Imagine we get the O-line straight. We got the quarterback we want. DeVante Parker gonna eat all year, especially when you got Preston Williams still on that young deal. Hey, you gotta look out for Preston Williams. They'll be calling Preston Williams in the office around this time next year. Because wasn't Preston Williams on like a 2-year deal or something? If I'm not mistaken. We signed him on a 2-year deal, if I'm not mistaken. So you're going to be having that conversation as well. This is a win, man. I love the move that Miami's being aggressive with the right players. And even players like Jakeem Grant. People don't realize his only guaranteed money was this year. They can make any decision they want on Jakeem Grant at any time with 0 dead cap. At any time with 0 dead cap. You see? No more hostage contracts, man. No more hostage contracts. We won on this one. Y'all hit that like button on your way in. I don't know how many likes we have, but y'all make sure you punch that like button. How many other people in the room that's trying to get the likes up to that, man? Y'all gotta let me know in the comment section of this video, not the live chat. When the video's over, go to the comment section. Do you feel like we overpaid, underpaid, or got it just right? And also, I want to hear from you in the comment section. Let me know. Do you think DeVante Parker is gonna project out to be worth it? And it's so funny because is he gonna project out to be worth $10 million a year? Yes. He can give us the production he gave us this year with a terrible first half, without the last 3 games, and that's worth it. What he's done already on this squad is worth it to a degree. Now imagine him under these coaches another year, know the offense, a lot more comfortable with this coaching staff. DeVante Parker putting up 1,200. DeVante Parker putting up 1,200 next year. If you doubt that, come on now. Barring injury, he's putting up 1,200. Easy. And the crazy thing is, you know what they really did? They just said, hey, we're going to give you Albert Wilson money and get rid of DeVante Parker money. They still saved. They're not paying Albert Wilson $11 million next year. Albert Wilson should be looking at that right now and was like, there go my cash. Look at my cash going to Parker. Look at my cash. Parker getting my cash right now. Man, Parker getting my cash. Wilson probably in the office right now like, hey, man, can we restructure a 3-year 15? Can we do a 3-year 15 million? And the Dolphins like, I don't know yet. I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see. Maybe a 2-year 10 million like DeVante. You prove it, then we'll talk. You bought that? That's what's gonna happen. Do y'all know that? That's y'all mark my words. Keep an eye out for Albert Wilson. That's exactly what's gonna happen. Hey man, I'm looking for a 3-year 15 million. They gonna be like, nah, we'll do a 2-year 10 million like DeVante did. He proved it. Bet on yourself. In the slot, because we another year and let the 2 awarded Parker like a production. And it was his coaches from before. Adam Gase was pure trash. Adam Gase tried to when DeVante Parker and his agent said, I am healthy. Put me on the field. Adam Gase let a whole nother week go by and say, oh, his health. And then his agent snapped and went to the media and told on him and said, my client is healthy. Adam Gase is a fraud. Adam Gase was forced to play him the next week. DeVante Parker had like 140 yards in that game. Proved it off the bat. So we know anything on field when it comes to DeVante Parker was solely because of Adam Gase. He sabotaged the man. He's sabotaged him, tried to. That's why I don't understand the Jets. Some teams are just dumb. You go hire Adam Gase and you don't see what the problems were. And do you know that a report came out that the reason why the Gase got the Jets job is because he went in there, told the owners that it was Tannehill's fault they weren't successful in Miami? That it had in large part to do with the quarterback? It was Tannehill. Now I can see if he said his injuries, but nah, he was saying it was him, period. Now look. The Jets would be idiots with that good roster to not fire him when the season over and say you were a fraud. You defrauded us out of 1 year. You worse than Nick Foles, who just stole $80-something million from the Jaguars. You worse than Nick Foles. Worse than Nick Foles, man. Adam Gase was a fraud. He made everybody on that roster's play look worse. Can you name one player who thrived under Adam Gase? Can you name one player in Miami that looked real good out of Adam Gase that we were like, they played well for Adam Gase? Can we really legitimately name one player on the entire roster outside of Xavier Howard? And we know that wasn't because of the coaches, because Matt Burke would, don't get me started on Matt Burke. Xavier Howard was probably the only player on the entire roster. Minka had a great rookie year, but that was more of Minka. Bobby was productive at the time. But come on, man. Ain't a single player. Man, Drake wasn't productive under no Gase. Drake was a result of you get carries because you the running back. He wasn't productive under no Gase. And if anything, Gase held Drake back. If Drake was that guy, Frank Gore would never been there. He would have never been there. And don't say Albert Wilson for sure, because Albert Wilson didn't do nothing other than those, like, that 3-game stint for Brocktober. Brock Osweiler, everybody went crazy for Brocktober. Albert Wilson has all those touchdowns off of 1-yard passes. And if you really look at it, that little 2-3 game stint, what did Albert Wilson do outside of that? Come on. Man put up almost 500 yards in 3 games and didn't even get 1,000 on the season. So don't give me Albert Wilson. You can't give me Jakeem Grant either. Gase exposed the fact that he was too small. Jakeem Grant is just if you ask me, a second team slot and a good punt and kickoff returner. That's our special teams guy at this point. It's that simple. Nobody really blossomed under Gase. Freaking bum, man. And now this coaching staff said, let's see what we can do with Parker. They believed in him. They knew. Greer knew coming in, Gase got a lot to do with a lot of this talent. Let's go ahead and keep some of the younger guys like DeVante and stuff. 2-year, $10 million. He done proved it. Let's reward him. They rewarded him, y'all. That's all that happened. They rewarded him. They rewarded him. That's all that happened. It's crazy, man. Man ain't do nothing for us, man, but make people look bad. Made Tannehill look bad. Made every running back that ran behind that line look bad. Made every receiver look bad. Good pickup. Let's move on from Gase, man. I'm tired of that bump, man. Good pickup. Good move, though. DeVante Parker, we got him locked in. We ain't got to worry about him hitting free agency after next season. We got him locked in. Really like that. Expect players like, you got to expect players like Preston Williams to get his due next year. Still undrafted, so you're going to get a real happy, friendly deal. See, Preston can ball out next year, but he still ain't going to do nothing but get a 3-year, $22 million contract. If Preston Williams have a better season than DeVante, he can have 1,200 yards next year. He still might end up getting 3-year, $22 million. It's a lot of players. People forget, these linebackers going to be coming up for contracts soon too. These linebackers going to be coming up for deals too soon. Don't act like these guys, it was their rookie year last year. Some of these guys 2 years in, about to go into the third, then we're going to be discussing money. Stuff is about to start to take place. It's about to start creeping up on us. And I recommend they keep on suppressing value, man. Keep suppressing value. Keep suppressing value. Man, we all right, man. We are all right. We're going to be just fine. And I like the fact that, Rashad Jones, he's still going to count about $11 million to the dead cap next year, even though we're going to save $7 million. But you got to look at the year after that, and we get another $11 million from him. Next year, we'll save $7 million from Rashad Jones. But the year after, we're going to save the 7 plus 11. People forget about that. That's going to be real helpful, man. It's going to be real helpful. But good job. At the end of the day, like I said, don't mean to beat a dead horse. Good job by Greer, recognizing that it was never DeVante Parker. He showed glimpses and flashes with us before, but he never showed consistency, and a lot of problems had to do with his injury and coaching. Now he got the coaches. He stayed healthy for the most part, and he's had a very good season. And people forget, this includes a rough start by him. He didn't even start out hot. He had some drops and stuff, but you see what his potential is at his prime, and if anything, he should be coming into his prime. We just signed a guy on a 4-year, $40 million coming into his prime. These should be the best 4 years of his entire career, where he'll still maintain athleticism for all 4 years, still have the skill for all 4 years, and get smarter and better as a wide receiver for all 4 years. Perfect move. Now it just got to pan out. We got to hope he stays healthy, and we got to hope he maintains this level of play. Under this coaching staff, I can see it happening. Hopefully we don't digress at the quarterback position. Hopefully we don't digress at the quarterback position. Hopefully we get a quarterback who know how to throw it up and put it in the spot where the 50-50 balls are going and giving him the right opportunity to abuse those 50-50 balls. I like it, man. I like it. DeVante, WR #1 next year. DeVante Parker just got wide receiver #1 money for us next year. He's our wide receiver #1. Preston Williams should come back being WR #2. WR #2. Allen Hurns got his deal. Wide receiver #3. We're big body. Jakeem Grant, alternate, situational, occasional wide receiver #4. And maybe, just maybe, depending on these last 3 games, Isaiah Ford, wide receiver #5. Isaiah Ford, wide receiver #5. That leaves Albert Wilson out of there, gone. Albert Wilson, gone. Yeah, I don't know if I'm missing anyone else. I know some of these, and I'm telling you now, this coaching staff, they taking the New England approach. I mean, we ain't gotta have big name wide receivers. We don't gotta go try to find the best guy out there looking for the Antonio Browns of the world, X, Y, and Z. No, I bet you Greer and them feel like we're locked in at the wide receiver position. We got our wide receiver 1 through 5 potentially, and bring in 5 more guys in camp and see if 1 more of them can make the roster. Outside of the guys that we already got there. I don't see much work happening on the wide receiver front, guys. I don't see us doing much work on the wide receiver front past this point. We may get a late round wide receiver, but I don't see no priority draft pick nor priority free agent going at the wide receiver position. The right quarterback gonna make these guys look good. All they gotta do is do their job, be physical, get open, and win their 50-50 balls. That's all this coaching staff gonna train. That's all they gonna coach them to do. And we got capable guys. Allen Hurns is capable. DeVante Parker more than capable. Jakeem Grant capable in certain situations. Isaiah Ford, it depends on these last 3 games. I'm rooting for him to make a few big plays. He had an amazing game last game, 84 yards on 6 receptions, something like that. Something like that. Now we got to figure out the running back position. I can see us addressing that in the first 2 rounds, believe it or not. A really good power back. Not a speed back, but a power back that has a little speed. I can see us addressing that. I can see us going after a real good back in the draft. I wouldn't say that we'd be going in free agency to spend $12-13 million on the top back. Nah, I don't see it. No, I ain't gonna never say never in that position, but I don't see it. I see really good backs by committee running the ball. And we're gonna put all our eggs in the basket for our offense and defensive line and cornerbacks and another linebacker and maybe a safety. And a tight end to go opposite of Gesicki. That's our priority in this offseason. Quarterback competition, or a guy who could potentially beat Rosen out and be a starter, one or the other. A running back, doesn't have to be elite, maybe an early draft pick, first 2 rounds. I don't see the big money in free agency spending $13 million on one. A tight end opposite Gesicki. One who's very good blocker. Defensive end, number 1 priority to me. Maybe 2. Cornerback, priority. Safety, potentially. And 1 more linebacker, guys. That's our pursuit, and we can get it all done. It got dark in here on us, huh? There we go. And a runner and a safety maybe. That's our priorities, guys. That's what we're going to be going after. That's what it's going to be, man. But yeah, man, y'all should be excited about it. Don't think too much into it. Again, I've already taught y'all a million times. Anytime you see contracts like this, the only thing you pay attention to is the guaranteed money. Right now, we're basically telling DeVante Parker we're signing you on a 2-year, $20 million contract. And if we cut you in the 3rd year, we'll give you a check for $1.5 million and tell you thank you for your service. Bye. No love lost. It's a 2-year deal. So in essence, it's a 1-year deal because he was under contract next year for $5 million. He was under contract for $5 million next year. So what, we added another 5, basically gave him the money back that he lost from the 5th year option. That's all they did. They say, you know, we feel bad we took away your 5th year option by extending you. We want to reward you by kind of giving that 5th year option back to you by giving you another 5 next year and then give you another year to prove it. Another year to prove it outside of that. That's all it is, man. Nice move. And if this guy turns out to be an elite wide receiver, a Pro Bowl type receiver, or close to it, man, we got that for 4 years prime, y'all. Locked down. And if he don't, in 2022, he's gone. No love lost. It's that simple, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. I'm about to focus back on this road a little more. But we got, I think, over 100 people in the building. Y'all hit that like button for me before I get out of here. Let's try to get the likes up. We just won. Greer got it done again with the other contract too. With injury clauses. Some people don't even realize that his 2-year $10 million had an injury clause in it too. I forgot what it was. You got to go look at the details. His 2-year $10 million had an injury clause in it. Y'all go look it up. It had an injury. So I forgot what it was, but it was an injury clause in it. All right. So we're doing the right things, man. So this TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. We got it done, baby. I'll see y'all soon. It's your boy TD. Love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. Peace.